So hello guys, welcome to this video. We are going to see this problem I can called set mutations. So this problem is pretty straightforward. Actually, let us jump to the coding part directly. So first of all, let us see the input format for it. So number of elements in A, then N. Okay, I'll just take in. So I think I don't need number of elements in A, so I'll just say input. Then we get NA, and after that, okay, hold on. After that, I think we are going to take set A directly. So A equals to set of map, then integer and input dot split, so that we get in spaces. Okay, fine. After that, I think we are going to take n. That is n for number of commands. So it will be an integer, obviously, and integer input. Okay. Now I'll have to operate it n times for n commands. So I'll use for loop for operating it n times. So for I in range will be n because we have to operate it n times. And afterwards I'll have to I'll just define a function actually, and I'll call it n times. That's all that I need to do. So for defining a function, let us go up here and define, say, operations. This is my function. Okay, and inside it I'll do whatever I want to do. First of all, I'll call it because I always tend to forget to call the functions and all. Okay, I just called it. Okay, fine. Now what we have to do is I took this thing as A, then I took N, then we just have to take in the command and length. Okay, fine. So let us do over here. So operation and length. So OL will be equals to input dot split. And I don't need the length and all, I just need the operation. So say operation, okay, hold on, operation equals to OL of 0, because what's happening over here is, see, we are taking this as OL, this whole thing as input dot split. So this whole thing, intersection update will be the 0th element of that index, not what I said, yeah, 0th index, and it will be at the 0th index, and this will be at the 10 will be at the first index, that is 1. So what I did is operation equals to OL of 0. So operation will be equals to this whole thing that I highlighted just now. Okay, then afterwards we just have to take in the set that we are going to use for updating. So let us name it something like update set. Don't mind the spelling and all for now. Okay, equals to, again, the same thing, set of what I'm doing, yes, map, then integer input dot split. Okay, we got the set and all. Now we just have to use a command. So if operation, operation equals to, I think first operation is intersection update. Wow, I'm not able to type. Intersection update, yeah, I hope the spelling on is right now. Okay, then what we have to do is we just have to write a dot intersection update with the updater set. So updater set I took in first of all. Okay, fine. And why I'm doing this whole thing is, you can this line because it is actually mentioned over here. You can read it to yourself, dot update dot intersect. This is the whole theory part actually, I don't need to cover it now. And afterwards then elif and all for the whole thing, I just have copied it, I'll just paste it. So elif operation equals to update, it will, the whole thing will go on. For intersection update everything, fine. Okay, now what we'll have to do, what we have to do actually, I forgot about it. Yeah, we perform the operations and all. What we have to return, yeah, sum of A. The change, actually after these all operations, A will get changed obviously. So we have to return the changed sum of the change set A. So this is a tricky part now. When you try to return sum of A and you have returned it, right? So you'll have to print it over here. So when you print it, print operations, what will happen is, I called it 4 times or whatever operations are there, so it will print out operations, the sum 4 times, but I want the last sum actually, I don't want the sum of whole 4 commands. Hold on, I just copy it and check it. Okay, so it gave the output 38 is right, but we don't want these all elements as well. This was the sum when we see 56 is when we did this thing, then 177 when we did this thing and all. It's like that actually, we want just the last sum. So for that, what we'll do, I'll just define or actually I'll just name a variable called output. That is, we have to give some output. So output will be the sum of A. Fine, and afterwards we'll simply return the output. But now what will happen if now you just have to return it, right? So hold on, I don't want to print it. So what will happen, this operation whole thing will run for that many times, and actually I don't have to return it because I don't want to call it again. So output equals to so when this thing happens for I in range n, that is I range will be 4 for now. So this whole operations will be running 4 times. So the value of output will be changing. So first of all, output will be 56, then it will be 177, and lastly the output's value will be 38 after we run this code 4 times, that after for loop actually. So now what we have to do is simply print out the output. But now when we run it and paste the sample thing, we got an error because output is not defined. Why? Because output is outside the function. It is not global variable. Over here this output is a local variable for this function itself. So for that what we can do is we can write global and output, so that output becomes a global variable. Now you can use this output variable anytime. So when I wrote a global output will be a global variable, and you can paste it, and yeah, we get 38 as the output. So I know I went for a very long method, but I wanted to explain global and all, that's fine. So I'll just copy this whole thing and paste it on HackerRank so that we can check all the sample inputs and all test cases. Yeah, I think everything is fine. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.